Hello students of class 11 commerce, welcome to your business studies class. We are still in the first unit, that is evolution and fundamentals of business. So in our last class we already start one new topic, that is classifications of business activities, isn't it? So I will just again explain to you a little bit about this classifications of business activities. So we know that we have already understood about what is business, isn't it? So business is not only about buying and selling of goods. Okay, business is not only about purchase and sell, but business is the total activities right from the production level, okay, production side till the final consumption. So that is called business. So yesterday, as I was explaining to you about this business, I was telling you business is equal to industry plus commerce, isn't it? I was telling you business is equal to industry plus commerce, isn't it? So business activities can be divided into industry and commerce, okay? So why is it, we have put this, this equation, business is equal to industry plus commerce? Because as I was telling you, in business, okay, productions of goods and services, productions and manufacturings of goods takes place in industry. Okay, this is the sector where productions and manufacturing of goods takes place. Whereas after productions and manufacturing of goods, the next problem is how to distribute that product, isn't it? How to distribute that final product to the consumer, yes or no? So that problem is being solved by the commerce. Here, there are some activities, okay, that means transports of goods from factory to the ultimate customers. Now, what are the activities taking place here? The first is transportation, yes or no, transportation, insurance, or maybe warehousing, okay, advertisement. So those are the activities which is being conducted by the commerce, okay, commerce, commerce activity. Now, this industry along with the commerce comprised as business activity. Now coming to this, we will discuss one by one, okay, industry. Now when we say industry is all about, transforming or converting raw material into a finished product, okay. Industry means converting raw material into a finished product or semi-finished product. That's why there are three important types of goods which are manufactured in industry. So the first one is the producer goods or capital goods, okay. So what is producer goods? Producer goods are those goods where production by other industries are used. That means what? Goods used in producing other industries. Other goods. Goods used in producing other goods. For example, an entrepreneur wants to start a bakery, isn't it? So in order to run the bakery, what are the things that he required? He needs machine, yes or no? He needs, equipments. So all those things will be called as producer goods or capital goods. Then what is the other, why is it called as capital goods? Because it involves huge amount to buy those equipments, isn't it? It involves huge amounts to buy those machineries. That's why it is also termed as capital goods. Now, a consumer will not go and buy these goods, okay? For example, I want to eat bread. So I will go and then, as a consumer, I will go and buy that bread that we get in the market, isn't it? I will not go and buy that machine or that equipment to process the food. Okay, so this is called producer or capital goods. The second one is the consumer goods. Now, consumer goods are those goods which we can directly use, okay, which we can consume directly or which we can utilize directly. That means what? Say like some examples are, okay, when you go to the market, what are the things that you see? Those are all consumer goods. For example, like, grocery, for example, vegetables, clothes, isn't that? Or, what is it? Electronics, okay, TV, computer, all those are consumer goods. Then coming to your intermediate goods. What are intermediate goods? Intermediate goods sometimes called as, semi-finished goods or partly semi-finished goods, partly finished goods, okay? Because it needs some processing. It needs further processing in order to convert it into a finished good. For example, one example is rubber. Rubber is a intermediate goods. Why? Because rubber, by manufacturing, okay, the final product that we get from the rubbers are what are the things? rubber, isn't it? Rubber band that we tie our hair. The gloves that are used by the doctors, isn't it? Those are all rubber, yes or no? Or for example, the tire, okay, the tire, the vehicle tire, all those are manufactured by rubber, from rubber. Then one example is also again plastic. Plastic is also an intermediate goods, isn't it? The plastic that the final product that we get in the market are basket or even television, the monitor, all those are made up of plastic, isn't it? So there are so many plastic commodities which we get in the market. So these are the three goods which are being manufactured by the industry: producer goods, consumer goods, and intermediate goods. Now coming to this industry, okay, we will study this industry a little bit in detail. So I have prepared one chart. So I have prepared this chart, okay. This chart is about the classifications of industry. That means industry can be classified into primary industry, secondary industry, and tertiary industry. Now let me tell you, we have already discussed that industry means what? Industry means converting raw materials into finished goods or semi-finished goods, isn't it? So here we will study about what is primary industry, what is secondary industry, and what is tertiary industry, okay? So when we say primary industry, what is primary industry? Primary industry includes those activities where natural resources are used to make raw materials, okay? Natural resources are used to provide raw materials. What are natural resources? That means the resources that we get from the environment, from the earth, isn't that? Natural resources, just think some natural resources, sunlight, isn't that? That is one natural resources, or air, water, okay? Forest, or all those things are natural resources. So in primary industry, what happens is that natural resources are used to provide raw material, okay? So primary industry can be again further classified into a genetic industry and an extractive industry. Now, when we say genetic industry means what? Refers to breeding of animals and plants. Refers to breeding of animals and plants. That means reproductions and multiplications of plants and vegetations, okay, or animals. Here, some examples are animal husbandry. Yes or no? In animal husbandry, cattle rearing, or beekeeping, pig farming. Yes or no? All those things comes under animal husbandry. Poultry farming, okay, or plantation, okay, plantations of trees, forests. All those things comes under genetic industry. Coming to the extractive industry. Now, by the word extract means taking out, isn't it? So, extractive industries refers to those industry where things are extracted out from the earth. That means things are extracted out from the earth. That means what? Some examples: mining. Mining is also one extractive industry. Why? Because example of extractive industry. Mining means extract buried material below the earth's surface. That means miners, they drill the earth, and then from there they used to get gold or diamonds or precious stones or some valuable minerals and all, isn't that? The next example is quarrying. Quarrying means what? Quarrying means extract directly from the earth's surface. That means the rocks or the stones that we use for building and constructing houses and bridges or roads, isn't that? So those are some examples. Agriculture. From agriculture, we get food grain, isn't that? And other vegetation. So these are the examples of extractive industry. Okay. Now coming to the secondary industry. Okay. What are secondary industry? Secondary industry refers to those industries where raw materials produced by the primary industry, okay, raw materials which are produced by the primary industries changes them into finished good. You got to see that? Are produced, okay, it refers to that industry which uses raw materials produced by the primary industry and change them or convert them into finished item. You got to see that? So here, one example is timber, isn't it? Timber into furniture. That means timber is a primary industry which has been converted into furniture. Isn't it? Furniture means which we can use. Okay. Or for example, cotton. Cotton is a primary industry. Yes or no? Cotton is a primary industry which when manufactured, we get the clothes that we wear, isn't that? Those are from cotton. Okay, so that explains the meaning for secondary industry. Secondary industry means where raw materials which is being produced by the primary industry converts it into a final product. Now under secondary industry, there are two again sub industries. Okay, that is manufacturing industry and constructive industry. Now, coming to this manufacturing industry refers to those industry where raw materials and finished goods are used, with the help of man and machinery in order to convert them into a finished product. That means it simply means using of raw materials and converting them into a finished product. Okay, so manufacturing industry, for example, some final product are sugar, cement, or textile. Okay, let us just again explain further. This manufacturing industry again can be classified into analytical industry, processing industry, synthetic industry, and assembling industry. Now, what is analytical industry? Here in this industry, many things are manufactured out of one thing. That means what? One raw material is used in order to produce different product. One raw material is used in order to produce different product. That means, I'll just give an example of crude oil, isn't it? Crude oil, that is one raw material. So from crude oil, we get petrol, diesel, isn't that, or gasoline? Okay, so one raw material produce different, finished product. That is analytical. Processing, by the word processing, we know that some raw materials require further processing in order for final consumption, isn't it? So examples may be like, manufacturing of sugar from sugar cane, or manufacturing or processing of food, like, we used to go and eat KFC, isn't it? Chicken, yes or no? So that is also one processing way, so that will come under processing industry. The third one is synthetic industry. Now, when we say synthetic industry means many raw materials are used to produce one useful product. That means more than 1, 2, or 3 raw materials will be using in order to produce one product. That is, for example, like cement. Cement is manufactured by mixing, limestone, gypsum, or coal, isn't that? Or for example, like the perfume that we use, isn't that? The perfume that we use is a mixture of alcohol or water or some important minerals, oil. So when many raw materials are used in order to produce one useful product, that is called synthetic. Coming to the last one, that is the assembling. Assembling means what? In this category, parts manufactured by different industry are assembled and produce a new and useful one. Parts manufactured by different industry are assembled and used and convert it into a useful product. Just an example of a car. A car manufacturer may not be having all the may not be manufacturing all the parts. Maybe the body of the car or maybe the machine of that car, but the door or maybe the windshield or whatever, isn't it? Maybe procuring from other other industry. These days we have this assembled TV, isn't it? Assembled computer. So this can be under assembling industry. So manufacturing industry can be further divided into analytical, processing, synthetic, and assembling industry. Now coming to the secondary industry. Coming to the second one is constructive industry. Now, what is constructive? By the word constructive, we know that constructions of houses, constructions of building, bridges, isn't it? So when we say construction, here it's written that constructive works are done by using the things produced by other industry. Other industry, for example, cement, iron, bricks, woods, etc. are used for building bridges, dams and roads, isn't it? So this type of industry, produce a permanent, they are permanent in nature, you got it, isn't it? And which are useful for public welfare. So that is the explanation for constructive industry. Now coming to the last industry, that is the tertiary industry. Now this tertiary industry is also known as a service industry. Now service industry includes those services which help business to move unhindered. That means a businessman, for example, as I was explaining to you, for a businessman to produce goods, okay, to manufacture goods, okay, that is not the end, isn't that? After manufacturing the goods, the final product has to reach the consumption level, isn't it? That is the market. So there are so many difficulties, so many problems arising while doing, this business activity. That's why this tertiary industry, okay, or this service sector industry provide help, okay, or give aid to such kind of situation. Now let me just give you some example here. For example, hindrances, difficulty in taking things from one place to another. Yes or no? For example, like even raw materials also. Raw materials also, we have to go and procure the raw materials from one place to the another, isn't it? So it becomes problem. So what happens is that this problem is being removed by the transport industry. That means transport industry means transporting from rail, or maybe through, ship, isn't it? Or maybe through air. Okay, so transportation industry. Now, sometimes it happens that, in a business organization, money is considered to be one of the most important, isn't it? So sometimes businessman, faces difficulty in procuring fund. So what happens? Where he will go and get the fund? So bank is there, isn't it? The bank give loans to the business people, and so they work without any, hindrances, okay, or any problem. That is why banking industry remove that hindrances also, that problem, okay, of finance. Now the next is risk, okay. Now business is exposed to risks, isn't it? And risk is something like unavoidable. We cannot avoid it, okay. So for example, sometimes like, while transporting goods from one place to another, there might be a risk of, accidental, or maybe in factory, okay, lightning, electricity, and because of that, the company, the factory might get burned also. Sometimes theft, isn't that? So all those things are risk. So what the businessmen do is that they used to insure their equipments, their vehicles, or their, the godowns, okay, all those things. So that is been, provided, okay, by the insurance company. You got it, isn't it? Then the next one is communication. Now communication is also one of the most important. Now they have already produced the goods, but if there is no telephone, if there is no, computer or email or all these things, like how will they go and, sell the product, isn't it? Or how will they introduce their product to the customer? Yes or no? So one important thing is that advertisement, okay, advertisement is one such platform where all the, entrepreneur can display or advertise their product, giving the, product descriptions about, or giving the product detail, okay. So advertisement helps in removing those communication, okay, miscommunication. The last one is storage of goods. That means, the producers used to produce goods in tons and tons, not just in some, 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 like that, okay. So the problem is to store that, goods. Okay, to store that goods, they need warehousing, isn't it? They need storage facilities. So that is also been help, okay, removed with the help of these warehousing facilities. So these are some of the, examples of this tertiary industry. Okay, tertiary industry are those industries which help the businessmen to do their business activities without any difficulty. Now, student, I just want to tell you this, the topic, okay, that we are discussing. Please, you see this chart. If possible, you please write it down also and study according to this, classification. It will make you easy to understand also, and it will make you easy to learn also. So we have just finished with the first part, okay, that is business can be divided into industry, isn't it? And we still have commerce section also, okay, commerce. So with this, we have come to the end of today's class. In our next class, we will take up the commerce section, okay. Thank you.